Hello, it's Nigby. Today's video is all about this. This is a street letterbox lock. It's an old lock used by the US Postal Service. I got this in a recent trade from a guy called Petro on the UK Locksport forum, amongst some other pin tumblers and US postal locks. It's a form of lock that comes under the heading of pancake lock, and they're a push lever lock, and they operate by a blade type key that goes in there. That pushes up all of the levers, and the crucial part of that is that they all have to be pushed up at exactly the same time. Up to the time of filming this, I've not found out if these locks are able to be picked by a conventional tension and manipulate the levers process. I'm hoping that if somebody knows that, they'll let me know in the comments section below. It's something that I've been unable to do to date. I've read something about them needing huge amounts of tension to make it unfeasible without using ropes and pulleys. I don't know if that's true or not. So at first I didn't pay much attention to it because there was some other pin tumbler locks that I'm far more used to and understand a lot better, and it's only when I started looking into this lock and other pancake style locks that I got sucked into it in all sorts of different avenues, particularly making keys for them, as that was how I first got it open. So this came to me without a key, but after watching a few videos and looking up some information on historical sites, I found out that the number 10 in this case on the front of the lock gives the bit in, is the key number. A lot of the keys, pictures of the keys are published for these, listed with pictures. So I'll put a picture up here now. This is the picture that I managed to I've then cut this, which is just a piece out of a plastic gift card. Now this is how I got the lock open. I think I got a bit lucky with this because the bitting was pretty close. And actually, let's see if it still works. I did it the once and I've not tried it since. So let's just see if it will open it again. Yeah, no, it looks like it was a one-time use because it's all bent up now. But from that, I managed to cut a more permanent metal key. So I cut this from a piece of an old radiator bracket. So cut the bitting onto it and put a bend on it. The bend does two things. It gives you somewhere comfortable to push your thumb, and it helps with orientation because the bitting only is one way, and as you can see that works absolutely perfectly. And the lock just flies open. So that was key number 1 finished. The other thing I wanted to do with this lock was to be able to open it by some kind of picking method that doesn't involve a key. My main interest is picking locks after all. So after playing around with brad nails to make the tool that you can use to open these locks with no knowledge of the key, I've managed to make that. So what that is 2 pieces of wood with some 18 gauge brad nails, padded out with some pieces of leather. I've seen this tool used in various videos to open the champion locks. That looked really easy, and they're a 6 lever lock and mine's only a 5 lever. It didn't turn out easy at all. It took absolutely ages to work out the correct tension and technique. So the only things that I would probably give as advice for this tool, I watched DMAC use some ejector pin shafts. That may work better because they're really polished and shiny and might slip better. Second thing is that the leather is absolutely critical. I tried for ages without, and in the end sacrificed a pair of old work gloves to get some small strips to use. I also doubled up the layers to get the correct thickness. And the last thing to do was to lubricate the lock. Nothing really started working until I sprayed some lube in there, and then all of a sudden the tool started to work, and I got it to open a few times. Chose to get that filmed at that point, so I'm going to splice into the video of me opening this lock with this tool, completely separately. I'm not sure that it's a reliable enough method that I could just do it now after all this talking. So I'm going to splice into that video now, and then I'll come back. Okay, shackle is shut, and we'll see if whatever balance of pressure or tension is still with us. Okay, so there we go, about 10-15 presses, and we've got a key that looks something like. Now at that point you can just tighten that up and use it to make your key. But there you go. It's taken a lot of experimentation with different thicknesses of leather, different tensions on here. I think the final trick was getting some lubrication inside the lock. But there you go. It does work. I'm really pleased. Okay, so you can see that that works quite well. So if your lock is one of the ones that there isn't a picture of, and there was a few that I couldn't find pictures of the keys, I hit lucky with it being a number 10. Once you've got the lock open via maybe this method, what you can do is just drop some extra brad nails into there. Just give it a little jiggle and push down, because once the lock's open, the levers stay in the correct position. And then what I did was wrap some tape around that and pull it out to the correct bitting. So once you've got them taped and held together, it's just a question of gluing the nails together. I took a long time over this, building up quite a few layers of glue, then scraping and sanding it flat. So even though this is the key that I made from that, even though this looks like individual nails, it's actually totally smooth. There's a layer of glue filling in all those gaps there. One thing that you will have to do though, because it's only bonded weakly with the glue, is make some sort of bow for it. So with this one, I decided to bring on or carry on the American theme. So I got some American coins from Lockpicking Paul, and just thinned out the center section of each of those two coins to hold the end of the nails, and then it epoxied them together. Quite pleased with the results. It's sort of very American, fits with the American lock theme, especially since the coins have got a picture of Yosemite on there, which is a dream destination of mine as a climber. So yeah, just show you that one working as well. So it goes in that way and literally push, and it springs open. So I've got two working keys. So I hope this video is of interest to someone out there. It sums up a couple of weeks of real interest for me. It's been a fantastic diversion from just picking locks. Learned a couple of new skills along the way, and now I have this gorgeous old lock with two working keys. Unfortunately, it now means that I want one of the 6-lever champion locks, so it's just caused more desire. And so a final word is just to thank the people that have helped, which is Petro for the lock, Lee for the nails, and Lockpicking Paul for the coins, and then loads of other YouTube pickers and collectors out there, which have sort of got me all the information that I needed to pick it open, or just actually make the original first key from, just from pictures of other people's lock collections. So there you go. I'll just insert a picture at the very end now, just showing you inside so you can see the levers as well. That's it. As I say, hope that was interesting. Thanks a lot.